I like that because you don't see that. You see like tons of Italian.
I interviewed Stevie downstairs.
Here.
And that's sort of just the peak of it. The third one was good too. I think this one will be pretty good. I think it'll just be so weird. Are we rolling? Alright. Alright. Hello. This is the Obscura Show. We're at Galeria Obscura. Show the people all the paintings in Galeria Obscura at 2720 Cherokee. Is the other one rolling?
And of course, you know like to have us, but he's still out here. Give it up to DJ Prospect. So if you want to take a moment to gather yourself, get your bubbly or your water,
All right.
or your romantic.
And our first guest is the legendary Chris Powers. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Chris, if you want to?
What's up, man? So, is this Galeria Obscura?
We apologize.
No, right? Which way is it?
You don't want to? Okay, well, like, where'd you go to high school? That's the ultimate St. Louis question, right? You don't know?
What's up, Greg?
How's it go? You don't know?
Oh, man.
Well, what about your first band? Your first band?
To honor tradition, sometime back many years ago, in a faraway place called the Farm Door.
I think, Happy Cabana. That's right. Okay. It's all coming back to me now. Yeah. Happy Cabana, which is pretty,
To give honor to each other, to this community, to this space.
What'd you guys play? Like, did you play originals or covers or what?
you know, we aim to be towards kind of a grunge band. It was 99, the year was that I graduated. And yeah, for sure. And
Alright, so we all learn together, right?
I was in a band with a couple of buddies, and we
You can probably Google the assessor's office and see
we're aiming towards grunge songs. And I got an electric bass when I was 13 years old, and that was on Christmas. And I went down to my friend's house, and he got a drum set for Christmas. So we wrote about 5 songs that day. And we kept writing songs. I started by, the philosophy of music,
Present and past. I'm going to have Darian, shout out to Darian, to come up. As we do this label acknowledgement, for those who are unfamiliar, this is what is called a plant. This is called a wet candle. The back is called a glass bottle of water. We're going to pour a libation as we give honor to the people who are no longer here, who made it possible
Just take
for us
an
to be here right
intermission.
now. Cleansing water from the earth back.
Every time you see this, you remember what I see. If you A lot of people.
I'm going to share a very short poem with you. The first time that I hosted a toast at Thanksgiving was 2015. It was a really great honor. I stood on stage with some little kids who are running around here right now. They're actually teenagers who may or may not be trying to host it.
That should be a team.
Would you guys like some? Would you like some coffee or?
I need a straw.
So I'm going to revisit
You want
this.
a coffee? Would you like
It's
something?
called Regather.
Straw. Can you give me a
We gather
Strong.
and feast, giving thanks for those who have come before, with open hearts and wild compassion, with all that we can imagine, we look toward what lies ahead, while breaking our bread. Sharing our stories in this magnificent present, we gather and we give thanks for all of the lessons learned and challenges that challenge our practices, birthed us into consciousness through our own acknowledgement that we are all in this together. So we gather and give thanks beneath the light of full moons, by the light of burning wood, lighting the curiosity in our children, igniting the light in our eyes.
Never liked a lot of people hanging out. I'm telling you.
Each lifetime that lives in our lifetime that ties us to our
Like those big concerts.
destiny. We hold the sublime and we hold one another.
Happy belated birthday.
Fluidly, when we leave our lifetime.
No.
Of humanity naturally to come together, to give thanks for what we have and what we have not,
No.
and the beautiful things we are to become together. Clap it up for yourself. You feel good, Cherokee Street? Alright, so I promise this is the last thing before I run up the superstar. Dan out there shaking his head like, nah, we know. They gave me a microphone. And now it's timer. So, but in all seriousness, like, this is really beautiful. Y'all look so beautiful, right? When I came here, I saw all these people who I never see at Cherokee Street events. Now, Prince Clark, I see them at nothing, but I see them in the morning getting on the bus, right? I see them wandering around the neighborhoods, right? I see them living their lives as part of this community. So to see them come through those doors, it was really beautiful, and it was an example of what we're trying to build. If you go on an event on Cherokee Street and you look around and everybody is just like you,
That's not with that. That's with
that might
this.
be a problem.
What's that?
Right?
Yeah, this is Galeria
I wrote that poem 5 years ago.
alcohol.
I look out and it's a lot more colorful, but it's still not colorful enough. All right?
Buddy, great.
So I'm charging all of us in this room to just look around, right? Look into the eyes of somebody that you don't know. Look into the face of somebody who's asking you that money on the street, right? And if they're not at your event, don't just send them in and invite. Don't keep them asleep.
Yeah, I need a
That's how we build community. Not through Facebook, not through public meetings, right? Not through calling police at the babies that love it. Right? We get to know each other. We become safe havens for people. When they see us, they should be able to know I can know that person is safe.
I did.
If you don't feel like you're bad from the community, then you are not from the community.
Straw for us.
Oh, there's no straw. Oh, maybe. I don't want to go there.
Now I'm gonna pass the mic. I love this boy. Who on first? So, oh, they come on and give up for a nice word on the together. 24 word on the money for a sister and your new 78
You do it like this.
No. supposed to be a refund. So you should have just done
So that means I'm
Yeah.
the person I have pending application, but I will really quickly say that as pretty much came back there like
No, it's here you go.
so you just took the words out of our mouth. No. I don't think it's really hard for me. A lot of us were here 7 years ago. A lot of us, this is our first time in this building. For the people that were here 7 years ago, and they have been part of what is here, what is here over this time. Which part of the blood, sweat, and tears every day of whatever you say, Thanksgiving, or it's a Christmas card, or it's a single, or it's a Halloween in Love Bank, or it's just a Saturday or Sunday afternoon in Love Bank, hanging out with our neighbors, hanging out with the people of the street, hanging out with the kids of our neighborhood. It's so important that the people that are here for the first time acknowledge the fact that there's been a lot of work going in here, and I hope that everyone that has been here for 7 years turns to someone that they've seen for the first time, welcome them to the
I didn't even recognize you. How you been?
I'm good.
Baby, we got your husband. He's a weed farmer. He used to be the original, one of the original runners at the Juice when they barely opened. How you been? He's the one that titled the hallway.
Yeah, I just almost stole your face.
The what?
I almost stole your face. I didn't know
I didn't know it was gonna be this packed. It'd be easy.
What's that?
That it'd be easy to hear. I didn't know it was gonna be like this crazy.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's Cherokee.
Hopefully just want them to know that the whole situation is very live.
We're gonna offer a couple $10 sugar machine on the stage.
They didn't celebrate on Cherokee Street so great. Why are none of the businesses succeeding?
Look at baby. This is, I know. This is the picture that I put on Instagram.
Cherokee Street is in our community. So we all come together every year for
So
Cherokee
when she saw that, she come back. Oh, okay. So that's
Can y'all in the back respect the mic, please? Can you please respect the mic? It's like 2 minutes left.
It's crazy.
I don't
It's
understand.
incredible to watch Cherokee
People are weird.
Thanksgiving grow and persist for the last 7 years. It's a real testament to our community. So I'm asking everybody to raise your glass.
Until the talk show starts,
Okay.
let's just put that.
Everybody lift
Purpose
your
people are
glass.
gonna keep trying to
Have
catch
y'all
it.
lift your glass.
Yeah, it's just me talking.
Yeah.
Speak deep into the eyes of your neighbors and toast to the incredible community that we have here in Cherokee Street. The St. Louis, Cherokee Street, is how awesome everyone in this room is. Happy Cherokee Thanksgiving, y'all! And with that, it's a great honor to hand the microphone.
See, baby, this is very interesting. Come on. Observe now. Listen. You want to learn how to listen. Listen, people. Look at it, people. Don, do you feel like a part of the group? Do you feel like part of the group? No? Do you?
Show me
Baby.
what community
Are
looks
you
like.
listening to me? Okay. So look at the group. What's happening? How often do you see this? Not often, because people they like to belong somewhere, even if they don't really belong somewhere. They just like that feeling, like, oh, let's come here, let's like this guy standing there, this couple standing there. Nobody belongs anywhere, but they want to feel like they belong somewhere. You know, like they're just eating fucking food here for free. That's it. Nobody gives a fuck about the bigger picture.
Yeah, I think we should talk over there about that. Let's go over there. Because I didn't notice it that way.
You know, it's obvious in my eyes. Because if you really cared about something, you'll be every fucking day here or every other day. Not once in a fucking... That's my thing with a date. Be involved more often.
This is what community really looks
Yeah,
like.
let's go talk to him. Come on, let's go talk to him.
Young black man from the north side of the Pittsburgh coming together.
So, tell us, we're gonna bring up the chairs.
This is how we make our community our own.
So, I don't know you, and I would like to ask you questions. So, where are you from? Oh, St. Louis.
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm originally from California, Pasadena, LA area. And I grew up part of my life in El Paso, Texas.
Oh,
And now I live here. I've been living here going on 8 years.
8 years?
And my husband, we just moved here 4 years ago from Boston.
From Boston?
Yeah, no English. Me, no English.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I moved here 3 years ago, yeah.
From Boston.
Wow. Bravo.
Bravo. How you doing?
That's all I know, really.
That's okay.
But-
Most of the people, they don't even that.
I know, which is crazy because Bosnians are they've become such a prominent part of St. Louis, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the biggest communities we have here.
I think you've been great for St. Louis, you know that, but yeah. It's not really recognized. I guess it's not very recognized, but St. Louis.
You know, the problem with Bosnians is they don't really integrate in the St. Louis community. You don't, proving that is like how many Bosnians you met in Cherokee? Or I don't know how often you hang out here.
I work with Bosnians actually now.
You do?
Yeah, the
Well,
pharmacy.
how involved are they in the art scene, music scene, political scene? They're not.
really.
Mostly they're just handy people doing construction, and they've been here for 20, 30 years. So that's the problem. You know, they live here, but they live in Bosnia. You know? That's the problem with people.
Yeah, like Cherokee's so great, you know. They only got 3 successful businesses. I mean, they can say whatever they want. The street's still a disaster.
It's starting to sound like church in here. Like, there's a lot of sheep.
I was just telling her what I think about this. Like, I've been here for a while, but you see this once in every
you see
6
it
months.
Once every 6 months.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, Cherokee's
the
so
thing- The thing is that, like, people, they just want to belong somewhere. They come here, they get a free food, free drinks, and they're like, what? Somebody's single, 2 guys, 3 guys, and they're like, oh, you know, we belong somewhere in Cherokee, but where are you the rest of the days, you know?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Can't see you, and now you're like, just people are weird.
Seems to be
You think?
spreading circuses, you know.
It's just that, okay, this is how I feel. During like, it's kind of fake for me.
No, it's definitely
To be
fake.
in there.
Yeah, it's fake.
It's so contentious.
Too much people, it's never good. A lot of people in one place, it's not good, something's wrong. Just followers. You know, it's like Walmart or places like that. That's Walmart right there. This is like Trader Joe organic. Maybe it's not the best comparison.
slowly so that people don't notice that we're talking. analog, and hopefully that'll work. I think so. So Chris, tell us about how the music scene used to be, like when you started playing music 20 years ago in St. Louis.
Oh yeah, okay. There used to be a lot more fights, and there used to be a lot more mosh pits. Is that still going on?
There usually aren't enough people to mosh nowadays.
I was just thinking it's like 2019 now, so that was like 20 years ago I graduated, 99, and then 20 years before that was like 79, and the kids are wearing, you know, it's just the rotation 30 years ago was not that long ago, you know, but it was the 70s, it was what the 70s were to me, you know, which, you know. Oh, and you know, I think like, I was gonna say, like, yeah, it's like, the sounds and the music and stuff like that, it's like, okay, never mind, I won't go there.
Okay, I don't know where you were gonna go, so, see, I just caught the mic, it almost fed back, but yeah, like, how many bands are you in right now?
You know, I am most active with the Cherokee Moon. We're on Cherokee Street. I saw Hal walk by a little while ago. Good band. She's a good singer-songwriter. Some great musicians backing her up. I feel very honored to be hanging out with them, befriending them, playing in the bands. And then I also front the band called The Power Company, which is a rotation of musicians. And I'm also, I do a lot of puppetry. I'm in some puppetry groups, which are, it was the Griddle Kids for a long time, and we're just gonna see, 2020 is gonna be the year for that, you know? And everything, you know?
2020 will be the year of the puppetry that it breaks out. No, wait a minute. Before we get out ahead of ourselves, like the Power Company, have you guys recorded an album or anything?
Yes, we have. We recorded an entire album on Groundhog's Day of last year, before the name was established as the Power Company. I did not name it that. My name is Chris Powers, and we were all sitting around and we were like, what should the name be? And you know, it was Mark Daly who said the Power Company, and later everybody voted that was kind of a cool name. There was the Electric Company. I never saw the Electric Company. I like the idea behind it, but I don't really love the show. But it's kind of cool. The idea is pretty cool, you know.
The Electric Company is the nickname of the early 90s Buffalo Bills team with O.J. Simpson. Yeah, I thought it was the Power Company, but it's the Electric Company. Was that what the Power Company, your band, is that what they were called originally? The Electric Company?
It wasn't, no. Well, you know, we got the Power Company. I think it's punny. It's a pun because of my last name. And company, you know, it kind of sounds like a corporation or something like that. But when you dissect the name, it's more of like the power, as in like a collection of superheroes in good company, you know. So it's actually a very gentle name, you know, but very, very powerful still in the same right.
It is indisputably a powerful name. But yeah, like you were with the Strange Places for a while. Is that still a thing?
I wish wish the strange places was still a thing. I miss Chris and JJ and Mark. Yeah, that was a good time for sure. But I think some of the band needed a break, and who knows, maybe we'll start back up again, because you know, a band is a bunch of little friendships, you know, they get together and put their magic out into the air.
It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful.
The language of music.
Yes, indeed, indeed. Yeah, so like, so we talked about the late 90s, we've talked about 99, and we've talked about 2019. So what happened in the middle there? Like what happened in 2009 for you?
A lot happened. My facial hair filled out. I'm a late bloomer. If kids were watching this show, I would say take your time. Move slow. Enjoy life. Experiment. Have a good time. But just don't forget that it gets better all the time. As, you know, I mean, whether you're a fan of life or a fan of death, you can channel that to a state of mind that is but to live beautifully. And art is a canvas of just a bunch of like energy and experience placed in a spot to share.
Yes, indeed it is. But yeah, so like, you know, how many instruments can you play? Is an easy question that I'm gonna ask you right now.
I think I can play every instrument.
That's a really good answer. It's a really good answer. Every single one.
Except for an electronic instrument that is not turned on.
That's an even better answer. That's well answered, sir. Well answered. But seriously, like, do you have any crazy stories? That's always a big question that I ask people. Do you have any really crazy stories?
You know, there's a lot. Of course, you know, everything has a pretty strange shadow to it. Oh, we're probably gonna have to. I'll take 5.
our short intermission. Yeah, so like, do you have any crazy stories that you can tell legally?
Oh man, you know, I'm not much of a storyteller, unfortunately, but I feel like I'm getting better at answering questions. But yeah, there's a lot of things that have been very crazy, and has questioned whether I'm a delusional person. But
let's speak about delusions, because in the local music scene, it's almost built off delusions, right? Right? It's all like sort of a house of cards. The whole scene's a house of cards, and every little sort of player is sort of like a different card. But then inside of each of the cards, there is another house of cards. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any thoughts about delusions in the local music scene?
well, the paradox behind the delusion is that it's a relief in its own if it is a delusion, and it's another relief if it's not a delusion. Because either way you look at it, you know, does it make sense? I think
that was a good answer. Yeah, totally.
When people use big words to me, I don't usually understand what they're talking about. So in this interview, I'll try to be as straightforward and to the point from now on.
No, I like ambiguous answers. Yeah, that was a good answer, because like, you know, like politicians do this all the time. Being a politician's all about giving answers that sound like they're saying something, but they're not actually saying anything. That's good. That's good. And like you know, being a local band, it's a political thing. Like, you know, a lot of people don't understand that, but it's totally a political thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. You know, I've never voted, and politics. Yeah, it's, you know, I mean, I guess you can't help it. I'm the least knowledged on politics on anybody that I've ever known or ever met. Do you know about politics?
I know how to play politics. I'm very good at playing games, and politics is my favorite game to play. Personally, I'm very good at it. Not as good as some, but I'm better than a lot of people, because I realize that it's just a game, and I realize that I'm playing it. A lot of people don't realize that, you know. Who is your favorite politician? And then I'll tell you mine.
My favorite politician? Okay, wait, who constitutes as a politician?
Politician or political thinker? I'll give you two answers. You can give me two answers.
Can I have your two answers first?
Yeah, Sun Tzu and then Machiavelli.
Oh shoot! Man, those are good. Politicians. I can't remember giving any energy to any politician ever, but I might remember doing that later.
You'll look it up later. You'll remember, and you'll tell me later. That's a promise. That's a pinky promise. Okay. Pinky promise denied. It's so crazy. Brian McClellan just walked by. Yeah, he's a local musician. So he is a politician. A dangerous one at that. But yeah, I love the umbrella. I love that look. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. But I gotta be careful. Yeah, so like, do you have any other hobbies? Do you like going to the zoo or anything? Or reading or something like that?
I do. I like going to the zoo. And I'm kind of, I'm vegan, and I'm kind of, I really like animals. A lot of people who like animals don't like the zoo, but I sort of feel like, I don't know, I sort of feel like I'm a caged animal. I think I could escape. I can be free, I've been free, but I'm eating good, and it's comfortable, and I have a beautiful wife, so I'm fine as the caged animal that I am. So I'm really hoping that the animals in the zoo are being treated well and are comfortable, because we couldn't put it back in the jungle and they'll just be like another camel or something, or wherever camels are from, but like they might be doing pretty good in the zoo with all that extra attention and fame, you know.
Honestly, I like zoos a lot. I know that some of the animals they don't get enough space, but without zoos, some animals would be extinct right now. I'm pretty sure. Some of those big cats, they'd either be extinct or much closer to extinction than they are now. Yeah, if zoos didn't exist, because zoos like house those animals and breed them and stuff. But you know, let's talk about veganism. My sister was actually, and her husband, she's married as well. She's my twin sister. That's why I want a steady girlfriend, because my twin sister is putting the pressure on me. She doesn't realize that that's hard to do in St. Louis. But anyway, yeah, like, she's a vegan and you're a vegan. Do you have any thoughts about veganism? Do you ever feel sorry for those vegetables?
Oh, that's a good question. You know, I do feel sorry for those little carrots in your pocket. You know, and I do think that you know, my wife is she's a plant lady, and she, you know, I mean, I know that these have life, these have personality, these have you know, they reject pain and everything else. You know, and I'm sure that a lot of animals want to die, you know? So it's, you know, it's kind of a paradox. But if you want to become vegan, you can just come over for every meal, every day, and I'll feed you real good.
I appreciate the offer. Hello, this is the Obscura Show. It's a talk show. This is Chris Powers. But anyway, we're talking about veganism. And I don't know, I would become a vegan, but I like teasing vegans too much. It really amuses me. I don't know. It seems to me that some of my favorite people are vegans. Now let's not shove each other, kids. You know, I was a substitute teacher and also a tutor. You're not supposed to do that. I will call your parents.
That's how they love each other. Me and my brothers and sisters beat each other up all the time, and now we grew up to just love each other so much. I encourage the pushing around a little bit, you know, just you know, except for in
I'm not sure about your theories of parenting, but yeah, so like veganism, let's talk about that. I ate a shark the other day, not a whole shark, but part of a shark. Because I was like, how can I not eat this? It's on the menu, you know? How do you feel about that?
Well, you know, I tell you what, whenever you told me that you ate a shark, I thought you were pretty cool for a minute. Like you would swim in the ocean with like your buck knife in between your teeth or something. But then you told me somebody else did that and then just like brought it to you prepackaged, and you know, it was a little less cool. But that's okay, you know. I get, you kind of look a little like Crocodile Dundee, especially with your other hat, you know. Did you bring your Crocodile Dundee hat? Dude, I'm totally seeing you become vegan with a pleather hat, and instead of crocodile teeth around it, you put carrots.
I like where you're going with that, but I don't know.
And we can call you Cucumber Dundee.
I don't know, man. Like Crocodile Dundee, I like the connection to the apex predators like crocodiles and sharks and stuff. I feel like when I eat them, I become part of them, or they become part of me. Any vegans watching, I want you to know that.
Okay, no, yeah, I understand that. And yeah, I feel like that too, you know. I respect anybody and everybody, but you know, the energy that's coming from factory farming means that you're pretty much, if you are what you eat, you're like confined to a slaughterhouse your entire life and ripped from your mother and malnutrition, and it's unhappy ending. So you know, it's okay. I mean, we're all just, you know, I think most people are pretty much just being led to the slaughter anyway.
I think that's a very wise statement. I think it's a very wise statement. So like, let's talk some more about music, because you are a musician, not just a vegan, not just a guy that went to high school. Well, you still won't tell us where you went to high school. You will? You will now?
Oh yeah, I was having a little panic attack earlier. I went to Rockwood Summit in Fenton, all 4 years, and I didn't drop out. I graduated, and I ended up going to college. I went like a decade later after graduation. I went to college, and I thought that might be the right decision. And I'm actually kind of a teacher. I'm a teacher's assistant now, kind of like a glorified substitute teacher. But I want to tell the kids, don't stay in school. Do not go to college unless it's a free ride.
Do not go to college unless it's a free ride.
Oh yeah, what's your name? Excuse me, ma'am. What's your name? Marsha. Marsha, you're being interviewed right now. Did that happen to you? Did you go to a college?
Yeah, it's the worst. I do not do this. What are you doing right now?
This is an interview.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's
No,
the
that's
worst.
okay.
It really is. I was just talking about it. I don't want to do this. I'm not doing this. Love you, Chris Powers.
Oh, thank you. Love you too, Marsha. But yeah, it's but you know, school is really good for some people. I'm sure everybody's good for something, but you know, don't do anything just because you're forced into doing anything. You know, but I wasn't forced into it. But man, it's a big mean system. You know. Did you go to college?
I did go to college, but you went. So let's talk about your college experience. I didn't know you went to college. It makes sense. But I don't know. So that's what you were doing. I asked you earlier what you were doing in 2009. That's what you were doing in 2009. Going to college. So where did you go to college?
In 2009, it was actually, 2009, I went up to Merrimack, you know?
I know some people.
Oh yeah. And I went for a half a semester before that, so I had 3 Fs and a withdrawal, but they still gave me the Pell Grant. So I'm all about the community college. Community college is awesome. You can take a bunch of sculpture classes, and yes, community college is really cool.
There's speakers in the house. Do you want to say something to the cameras? Bill? How you guys doing? How's the talk show going? It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. We're just talking about college. So, like, how long were you in for? Yeah, I'm sort of both. So like me. I'm not really big into it. I did it. And I was good at it. I was fucking, yeah. History. I'm great at being a college student. I know, I like college. Yeah. That's exactly. I'm great at it. I'm great at it. What does that give me? Not very much. You got any thoughts about that, Chris?
I'm a paraprofessional. I work with the special needs kids in high school, and there's a lot of pressure on kids, you know, in high school and all that. They push them all through the chute. I was pretty happy when I got my bachelor's degree. Very proud of myself. What'd you get? Liberal arts. Liberal arts. It was pretty awesome. It was philosophy and sociology. And I didn't even know what those two words meant when I started my bachelor's degree, but I like them both. I think they're both really cool, and I think those are good retirement plans. But then I went back for my graduate degree, and that wasn't a good idea.
I did the same thing. I went to school for engineering, and then I transferred into history, which is really close to philosophy. They're like sister programs. And then I went to grad school, and it was a big mistake. And I should never have gone to grad school. No, I did not finish grad school. Did you?
No, are you in debt?
No, but I'm a grad school dropout. High five. Grad school dropout. Oh. Two of us. Yeah. We dropped out of grad school. I dropped out of regular college. You dropped out of regular college? There's nothing wrong with that.
Where did you go to? Where did you go to college? What was your major?
I went to several colleges. I was in the Air Force. Hang on, I gotta shoot your face while I'm talking. I was in the Air Force, so I went to the community college in the Air Force. Just for, that's what they called it, like I could take classes for free while I was there. And then after I got out, I went to film school in Chicago. And I studied film at Columbia College. So I ran out of money because I had the GI Bill. And because I got the GI Bill, it disqualified me for all the money that I would have paid for all that. So the GI Bill actually hurt me. It's a scam. Don't join the Army to go to school. Or don't join the military to go to school because it's a scam. That's my I didn't know that you flew planes at all? Did you fly planes? Security police. I was a cop in the Air Force. I was an Air Force cop. I was the least cop military person you'll ever meet. I hated Air Force people. I ended up hanging out at there was a college there. There was a college pad nearby. I went to go out to the college kids. They couldn't stand me. Air Force people. I'm a delivery driver right now, so I fantasize a lot. Well, I think about like 4 things when I'm driving. I think about women. I think about music because I can play whatever music I want. I think about just sort of daydream plans that I have, and then I think about driving planes. Well, not driving planes, but flying them because that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a good job. I work for Vans Delivery Pharmacy. We'll get you your drugs. Vans Delivery Pharmacy. Do you have a prescription for Oxycontin? Do you have a valid credit card? Vans Delivery Pharmacy. We'll get you your drugs. And we'll deliver them to your door. Free of charge. Yes, we do. We do every day. Deliver them to your door free of charge. The same day you call us up. By day or by night, except not
still stand by it. There's one drug that helps me, I feel like I can still flourish on and it's still healing. That's the mushrooms. And I think everything else is a killer. I think marijuana, it doesn't connect to me. I feel like it's a person that can never flourish. Instead I'm like always groggy. I get creative for about 15 minutes and then I get hungry. And so I just don't do it.
What was your drug that you liked the most that you wanted? What was the drug you liked the most? What was the drug you liked the most that you had to quit as soon as you took it because you liked it too much?
Probably the most accessible alcohol. You know, I mean, you know, nothing against it, it's just, you know, some people, I got a Native American in me and Irish in me, and they would fight me every night.
Yeah. So, which mushrooms do you like? Do you like the red ones, like the ones, the Mario mushrooms? I don't do mushrooms, so this is fascinating today.
I think mushrooms are like the best part ever. I agree. I think they're the best. If you're gonna do drugs, mushrooms, like, you can't do work.
That's what the book Doors of Perception is. Well, that's one of the themes of that book. The other thing is do peyote. So one of the things is do mushrooms. The other thing is you should totally do peyote. Have you ever done peyote? Would you do it again?
I think that would be something that I would have to definitely be in the right environment for. Because with mushrooms, you can take a very small amount. Peyote, I don't really know very much about. And you can use anything, you know. But I feel like if you're using it with good intentions, like, you know, for maybe spiritual quest or creative, whatever, or self-healing, I'm all about it, you know?
Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts? I think we have to interview Marley in a minute because we'll just run out of time. But do you have any, Bill Streeter, do you have any more questions? That was good, Bill. I didn't think to ask about drugs. That was a major thing. Do you have any final thoughts?
I'm just going to say that 60s, you know, like, you know, I was really into subculture, you know? 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, and like all that. Then I sort of cut myself off from the present, you know. But like, there's a lot of cool beatniks and bands and like, you know, a lot of cool people who did a lot of cool drugs and they did a lot of things and they kind of glorified them, you know. But then like, all the cool kids that were into that subculture, half of them died, or a third of them died, a third of them are totally ate up, and a third of them grew up to be genius, you know, so it's kind of a slippery slope, so, you know.
Are you telling kids not to do drugs?
You know, I mean, marijuana's
Is that what you're saying?
marijuana's
Kids don't do, just say it. Just say kids don't do, look at the camera. Kids don't do drugs.
kids. Hold on.
I'll do it. Kids, don't do drugs. Okay. Like Principal Magny or whatever, South Park.
Here's the most abused drug right here. And what else we got? We got and sugar. We drug our 1-year-olds for their birthdays, you know.
It's spiked coffee. It's coffee with Kimura in it. So that probably is the most abused drug.
Hey, I see Joey outside. I gotta go say hi to Joey.
Okay, wait.
Too late.
I want to say,
It's over.
I want to say to the kids, don't be embarrassed not to do drugs. You're still cool.
Yeah, you can still do drugs, kids. Alright, let's get thought it was great.